Swivel bases from Blingmyrig arrived today. Let's take a look. All right, they look pretty good. Pretty simple. 4 bolts down, 4 bolts up top. Seems like it should be a pretty straightforward install. The Blingmyrig installation instructions are an hour long on YouTube. We're going to do this much quicker here. So this is the driver's side. This one has a box on the bottom, and these raised reinforcements are on the rear end. This is the passenger side. It has a flat base, and again, these reinforcements are on the bottom. The lever is on the left side of both bases. So to install this, I'm basically going to pull the old seat, remove the base from the old seat. I'm going to bolt this new swivel base down and then bolt the new seat onto it. And the only real challenge is passing the wiring through this hole. So that's going to require cutting and butt connecting the wire. And also that wire comes up under the seat pretty far forward. And I'm going to have to cut the flooring, the insulation, and bring it back so that it sits back here. So that's the process. Here we go.
You'll need an 18mm deep socket for the rear bolts and a T55 for the front bolts on the seat bases, and a 15mm socket on a long extension to remove the bases from the seats.
So there I've got the seat removed. The factory wiring harness comes up through this hole here. Now, since I already removed this and laid some insulation underneath, I have that loose. I didn't put it under the insulation, so I'm just going to cut this back here. Now, the Blingmyrig instructions say to cut out this flooring. I'm just going to try laying it down on top and smushing out these undulations, because on my previous van I cut this and I wasn't too happy with how that came out. There was a gap and I felt like liquids could get under there. And so I'm just going to leave that in place and see what it looks like. Before I do that, I'm going to cut a hole over here to run this wiring back up through. All right, so I cut a little slit in here, and now I can just work that wiring through it. All right, I got it started. Now we can tuck that all back in nicely. That's smushing down just fine on top of the old flooring. Alright, so there we've got the new bases all bolted down. They smush down real nice. And now it's just a matter of cutting this wire, putting some connectors on it so that I can pass it through this hole right here, removing the old seat base by undoing these bolts here on all 4 corners, and then bolting the seat onto the new base. I'm going to use some spade connectors like this to attach this seat. That way, if I ever do want to remove it, I can unhook these quite easily. So I'm going to cut and splice in these connectors on these wires. To get these bolts off inside here, the best bet I found is a 15mm socket with a 10-inch extension, and that lets me reach right up in there and pop that bolt right off. On this side, there's a hole here to go through that allows me the same access. go. Seat bases are off. Now time to put it on the new one. Pretty sweet. So with the door shut, the seat doesn't sit perfectly straight when swiveled. My old one did, so that's a little annoying, but I think it'll be all right. Now I'll do the driver's side.
The driver's side is the same process as the passenger side. The base is a little different shape because some vans have a control module under the seat, and there may be more wires on the driver's side connector. Mine had 4 versus 2 on the passenger side. Also note, it's a good idea to turn the van off before unplugging the connectors. There you have it, swivel base is installed. Really, this is a quick job and a dramatic upgrade in livability for the van. As usual, I'll drop links in the description to the products and tools that I've used. If you found this video helpful, please hit like and subscribe to the channel. See you again soon. Thanks for watching.